town. We're going to walk through the whole thing hour by hour, and we'll get you the best update. Storm Prediction Center has painted all the colors it can over central Oklahoma into south central Kansas. So the highest risk you could have for severe weather is set up now in Oklahoma and Kansas. That's for this afternoon and this evening. Storms will fire up out here, and then they'll be racing east as we go through the late evening, overnight hours. It actually even looks like we've had another update, because I think the last time I looked at this a little bit ago, we didn't even have the level 4 coming all the way up right to Benton County, so coming into portions of Delaware County there. So storms will be their strongest out towards the west, and then we'll likely see them continue to push off towards the east and form more of a line. So they'll start out west as isolated supercells, rotating thunderstorms. You've heard that terminology before. Capable of long track, violent tornadoes. We got family, friends out this way. Again, people in Oklahoma, Kansas, people in 5 country. We're aware this time of year, March, April, May. We got to be on guard. Today's one of those days. Maybe the first time this whole spring that we've had the amount of ingredients coming together like we do today, and that's why we're seeing that high risk be issued here for Oklahoma into Kansas. All right, so we have a warm front. It's lifting north now, so the atmosphere has been in recovery mode from the round of rain that we had as we went through the day on Sunday, but it's had plenty of time and will continue to have plenty of time to fully recover. So we've got instability building from Oklahoma back from the southwest off towards the northeast. So instability is building today. We've got sunshine mixing in. That helps with the instability. We've got a lot of lift in the jet stream out west. That'll be coming through. We've got lift, we've got moisture, we've got instability. Again, we've got turning of the winds. So you hear us use the words wind shear. We've got all those things coming together for Kansas, Oklahoma, into southwest Missouri, western, northwestern Arkansas, going to have those chances. So warm front lifting north. We've got a front out towards the west, dry line, cold front. It'll all blend together, and that'll help initiate the thunderstorms later on out in our far western zone. So let's talk about our threats here a little bit closer to home. Again, yeah, this has been pulled back even further now. So we've had a couple updates here where it continues to look like things are coming together, where these storms could still pack quite the punch as they come out of Oklahoma into northwestern Arkansas, into southwest Missouri. We've got the level 3 out for almost the northwestern half of 5 country. Southeastern half is in the level 2. These basically mean level 2, level 3. That's enough to say, hey, we do anticipate we are going to get some severe thunderstorm warnings here at the very least. We are going to have likely at least a few severe storms rumble through 5 country as we go overnight into early Tuesday morning. Our main window is midnight to 5 a.m. We'll start to see those storms coming in our northwestern zones first, and then shifting off towards the south a little bit later on. And again, level 3, level 2, we're going to have some severe storms. These storms are going to have some spin to them, so we're going to be watching that tornado threat. We're really going to be watching the damaging wind gust threat. I think those are our 2 highest threats. Am I guaranteeing that we're going to have 60 to 80 mile per hour wind? Now we're going to have a bunch of tornadoes? No, but when I look at everything that we have to look at, what are the top 2 threats? What are the 2 things, or the one thing sometimes, but in this case, the 2 things that I think we have the highest potential of seeing? I think we have the highest potential to see at least a few damaging wind gusts, 60 to 80 miles per hour. And I think we have the highest potential to also see a few tornadoes. Could be 1 or 2, but certainly going to be capable of that. I think those are the 2 top threats that we have to watch. When you get these lines of storms like we're going to see, your straight line wind threat goes up. That's this right here. And then you can also get quick spin ups. Sometimes they're short, they're brief, but you could have a longer track tornado. It's not impossible. But these 2 almost go hand in hand in those situations. Your hail threat starts to go down. If you're looking for something to be positive about, your hail threat starts to go down, but we're still likely going to have some pockets of damaging hail mixing in there, especially as these storms are even stronger in eastern and northeastern Oklahoma. Should overall be on a weakening trend as they come through overall from west to east across 5 country as we go through the overnight hours. All right, let's walk you through future track radar here. Again, a few spotty showers out there will be possible late morning, early afternoon. Through mid-morning, we haven't had any rain yet today. But as we go, again, closer to noon and then through the afternoon, can't rule out a few isolated thunderstorms. We think these thunderstorms are going to be there. We think we're going to have some isolated showers. We just don't think it's going to be too widespread. There'll still be enough energy in the atmosphere that if these thunderstorms can get going, we're not talking widespread rainfall or widespread severe weather, but we do think that if a few thunderstorms can get going, there will be the possibilities there that you could have 1 or 2 strong storms. Some damaging wind gusts and a few pockets of hail would be possible. So we'll watch that. That's rain and storm chance number 1. Storm chance number 2 comes as we go later on into the evening and into the overnight hours. Are we doing okay over there, Bella? We got meteorologist Bella Grace over here hanging out. Let me know if there's something that you think I should add in. And I may have you pick out a comment or two if you see somebody asking some questions on there. So that's rain and storm chance number 1. Then as we go, again, overnight, here comes rain chance number 2. It's just off the screen, but widespread storms developing across central Oklahoma and then heading this way. So by 10 o'clock, we should have a good idea. Chief Meteorologist Scott Covert's going to be here tracking these storms out with you. By 10 o'clock, storms are still out towards the west, but we're going to have a good idea of how's the atmosphere still looking over us, and then how are these storms handling things? Or is it a little faster? Is it a little slower? Is it a little further to the north? Maybe we don't see it as far south. He'll be tracking that and keeping you updated, so make sure you tune in. Last thing you do before you go to bed, tune in tonight for the 10 o'clock show. Those storms should be moving through the Tulsa area. We'll have a good sampling of how strong they are. And then from 10 to midnight, that's when we'll start to watch that line approaching. You see all the bright colors there. We'll have the possibilities of some damaging wind gusts bedded in there, and then also some areas of rotation. So you could have a few areas that we have to watch for quick spin-ups of some tornadoes. Those are our top 2 threats. That's why those were the highest that I showed you. As early as midnight, 12:30, you could get an isolated thunderstorm out ahead of the line. We'll have to watch those too. Those would have the potential to be severe. But the main show, really the closer we get to 1 a.m., there we go, 12:30 to 1 a.m., starting to come through Delaware, Adair counties, in Oklahoma, maybe cutting back into far western, northwestern areas of Sequoia County, but it's likely going to come into northwest Arkansas first, and then we'll start to see those thunderstorms shifting further off towards the southeast. So 1, 2, 3 o'clock, northwest Arkansas, far eastern Oklahoma, and then as we start to go more 2, 3, 4 o'clock, pushing through the heart of 5 country here, moving east along I-40, starting to wrap up that severe threat in parts of Washington, Benton counties, still going, Carroll, Madison County, down towards Crawford, and then likely curving back into the River Valley. Overall, the farther south you go, the less storm and rain chance you have altogether. So far southern areas of Leflore County, far southern areas of Scott County, you could get through this without seeing much in the way of some stormy weather, but you'll still have a chance there. That southern end is going to be close to our far southern counties. Again, moving a little bit further along, so 3 o'clock, we should see, again, northwest Arkansas seeing that storm chance really coming down, but we're still looking at the River Valley here. And if these lines, there's a lot going on here, I know, but if it comes through as a solid line, we'll have that damaging wind threat along the whole line. And again, you have those chances where you can see those little areas of rotation out ahead of it. But if the line were to split like this, you'd really have to watch the southern end of that. Those lines can really start to rotate, and you have the potential that you could even get some stronger, longer track storms, tornadoes. So there'll be a lot going on. The entire weather team will be watching this for you. Overall, the storm threat will be pushing out of here as we go 5, 6, 7 o'clock. Few lingering thunderstorms here in parts of the River Valley. You saw how areas from Poto to Heavener down to Waldron, maybe just going to be right there on the southern end. The further north you go, through 5 country, north of I-40, closer to the Missouri border, back towards northeast Oklahoma, these areas you will have the highest storm chance and the highest storm threats. The further south you go, the storm should overall be weakening a little bit, but certainly could still pack a punch through Johnson and into Pope counties. Storm threat by 7, 8 a.m. On Tuesday should be shifting more into central and eastern Arkansas. Again, that isolated, scattered thunderstorm chance. We've got lower coverage chances here, but we do anticipate we'll have some afternoon, early evening thunderstorms. We'll have to watch some of those. Just doesn't look like right now everyone's going to see those. And then that storm threat higher as we go overnight, midnight to 5 a.m., Again, areas near and north of I-40 have the best chance for not only just severe weather, but some heavy rainfall to come through. Lesser chances the further south you go. Again, going back to our radar here, nothing happening right now. The radar is active. It is live. We'll look to the south to see if we can get some of those isolated thunderstorms later this afternoon with a little daytime heating. We'll watch severe weather fire up out west first. Then it'll start to shift east as we go through the rest of the evening and into the overnight hours. I think I've answered most of your questions. I can see it over here to the side. Is the rain pops up this afternoon? Right now, I've still got us in the, again, that 20-30% chance. And Bella, thanks for helping out. If there's any, is there a tornado watch yet, Danny? No, we still have a little bit longer to go on that. They'll usually try to give us a couple hours heads up. So they'll issue a tornado watch likely in Oklahoma and Kansas first. And that might be early afternoon, as early as 1, 2 o'clock. And then we'll get to watch those storms develop. So it's not fun that they come through overnight, but at least where we're positioned here, we do get to watch these storms develop and come our way. We don't have to sit and wait for them to develop. This is very common this time of year, especially in May. We'll watch thunderstorms develop way out towards the west. So we do get several hour heads up to watch the storms develop and then track this way. We get to see how they're interacting with the atmosphere. Is it exactly like we thought it was, or is the atmosphere not as strong? Are the storms moving faster, or are they moving slower? We'll have all the time we can to update you, but they'll do tornado watches out here first, and then as the line advances, they'll try to give us as much of a heads up as possible, sometimes as much as 1 or 2 hours, and then we'll see it eventually come our way. As it stands right now, I would expect a watch for our area for the overnight hours. Belly, can you scroll those again? Looking at some of these. Trying to read them. Johnson County in that, yeah. Johnson County will have a chance for storms later on. So Johnson County, you'll be on the back end of the severe threat. So maybe we're talking maybe 3 to 6 a.m. Johnson, Pope counties, that'll be your best chance for a strong to severe storm to be rumbling through your area there. The good news is this should, the brunt of it certainly should be out of here by the time we're getting into our Tuesday morning commute. But this is going to be during the overnight hours. You got to have ways of getting those alerts. You can download the 5 News app. You can push, you can turn on the alerts there. We'll give you those. And then also, just like you can get those Amber alerts on your phone, everybody's heard those go off. You can also get, when the National Weather Service issues a tornado warning, if you're in that warned area, your phone should go off. You may want to double check in your settings, though, that you do have those notifications turned on. Those are a couple of great ways to be woken up in the middle of the night. And then, of course, we'll be live on social media. If we have tornado warnings or we have some very strong winds pushing through, we're talking 70, 80 miles an hour, we'll likely be live for those as well. Yeah, Tulsa's in that higher risk. They're in the level 4. Mason was asking about Tulsa. Tulsa should be 9, 10, 11 p.m. See the brunt of the storms coming through. Which day has the biggest potential, today or Wednesday? Today, for sure. We have a better understanding of the storm system coming in today than we do the one on Wednesday. Wednesday, we do have an enhanced risk out for pretty much northwest Arkansas across the natural state. But there's still some timing that we got to look at. The front comes in a little bit earlier in the day. We could have a strong storm or two. Latest for Wednesday looks like storms may fire up. We'll get some thunderstorms mid-late morning, which would be a favorable time to not have as much severe weather. But those storms could be intensifying as they get in central and eastern Arkansas Wednesday afternoon with more daytime heating. So we'll watch that for you. So I've pretty much answered everything. Again, we're going to be looking at storms coming through. I'll back it up one more time. And I know everybody's asking, what about this town? What about that town? I'll show you this, and we'll walk through it hour by hour real quick, one more time for you. And you'll be able to see here exactly when it's expected for your area. A little bit closer look. Again, we have the level 4 risk coming right up to the edge of Benton County there. We have the level 3 risk and then the level 2. So all of 5 countries either in the 2 or 3, meaning we are going to see, we do anticipate that we'll have at least a few severe storms as we go overnight. Damaging winds are the top threat. I did raise the potential of a few tornadoes to high. It's not guaranteeing that we're going to have widespread tornadoes, but with the line coming through, I definitely think the top threat with it will be damaging straight line winds, 60 to 80 miles per hour. And it should be capable with the atmosphere that we'll have in place. These lines will be capable of doing that. And then with that setup, you also have what we'll call a decent shot for at least a few tornadoes to try to develop. So I think, could we see a few tornadoes? I think that chance is high. And then the hail threat will be going down, but we could still see pockets of large damaging hail. Future track radar, we'll walk through it one more time, and then I'll wrap this up. You can go back, rewatch it, and I assure you I will have answered all your questions. An isolated shower or thunderstorm can't be ruled out this afternoon, early evening, not widespread. But we do have to watch a few of those thunderstorms. If they can get going, could have a strong one or two, pockets of hail, damaging wind gusts there. And then the main show starts to come through the I-44 corridor. Tulsa's right there behind the 17. That's around 10 p.m. And we have to watch, again, you can see the Boeing feature here. This would have the capabilities of 60-plus mile-per-hour winds, and then maybe a few areas of spin on that leading edge that could produce a tornado or two. This is actually a new run, so I'm seeing this as you're seeing this. Again, bringing that solid line in. Northwest Arkansas, the highest chances for damaging winds, and then it kind of curls back to the southwest. So Northwest Arkansas first, then that wind threat will show up in the River Valley. Northwest Arkansas finishes first, and then we'll see that severe threat continue eastward along I-40. Some damaging winds, damaging hail, tornado or two cannot be ruled out, and then it should be wrapping up as we go 5, 6 a.m. Make sure you stick with the 5 News weather team. We're going to keep you updated all day long. We're going to be tracking out the storms as they fire up out in Oklahoma and then head this way. We'll have the latest timing, latest expected intensity. If it weakens, we'll let you know. If it strengthens and speeds up, we'll let you know as well. And then, of course, we'll be live at noon, live at 4, 5, 6, and 10, and then we'll be live overnight as the storms come through.